Hi, I'm Robert Murphy with the Murphy Group. I'm a real estate agent in the state of Georgia, and I hate seeing Georgia homeowners miss out on the equity they've spent years building by selling their home off market without an agent for less than its true value. Don't let somebody else benefit from the equity that you've built, whether me or somebody else. I always encourage anybody thinking about selling their home to hire a professional to help ensure they receive the full value of their home and that their interests are protected by somebody with experience selling real estate and understanding real estate contract. And speaking of real estate contracts, today I'm going to walk you through an actual contract document that I received as a listing agent from a potential buyer for a property that I had listed on the market. I'm going to point out items that to me as a realtor were red flags and things you might want to take note of if you decided to sell your home off market without an agent. Let's get started. Hey y'all, this is Robert Murphy with the Murphy Group, and I'm putting up new videos every week giving you a glimpse of the ugly side of off-market real estate. So hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you're the first one to know when the next one's up. We talk to people all the time, just like you, who are thinking about selling a home, and we love talking about all the ways we help our clients maximize their profit while protecting their interests. So if you're thinking about selling a home in Georgia, our contact info is in the description, and we'd love to hear from you. So before we get into the contract analysis, gotta give you the disclaimer, nothing that's presented to you today should be interpreted as or understood as being legal advice of any kind. This is for informational purposes only, based on my experience as a licensed real estate agent in the state of Georgia. So like I said before, this contract was presented to me when I was the listing agent on a home that was for sale in Georgia. It was sent to me by somebody who presented themselves as the actual buyer for the home. To my knowledge, they did not have an agent and they didn't present themselves as an agent. All right, so like I said, this is a contract that was actually presented to me from a potential buyer. It's very easy to find contract templates on the internet. You can go to Google and do a search for real estate contract and then put in a state, and there will be a lot of templates and documents that come up. I can't really speak to the legality of this document or other documents, but there are no shortage of options out there. So right off the bat, you probably noticed that there's a lot of highlighted information on there. I did not do that. It was on the document when it was sent to me. So it looks like this person got a template online. The fields that they were supposed to fill out were highlighted for them. They did not bother to remove the highlights or, as you'll see, really fill in all the fields. So in looking at this document, my first red flag is the word assigns. So that means that the person submitting this contract would potentially have the ability to assign this contract to another person, to an end buyer. So this person was probably what's referred to as a wholesaler. They're essentially a middleman. What they do is they'll get a home under contract at a certain price. They will then assign that contract to an end buyer at a higher price, and then they'll keep the difference. So seeing the word assigns there tells me this person probably isn't an actual buyer. They're probably looking to get it under contract and assign it to somebody who is. And looking further down under the purchase price section, you can see there the highlighted section for the earnest money or deposit, and you can see that that is 0. So this person is saying that they are going to put down 0 earnest money to go towards the purchase of this home. That's a common tactic used by somebody who's looking to wholesale the home, really just to minimize risk. So they're not going to put any upfront money down towards the purchase of the home, and the earnest money is really supposed to express the person's earnest intent of purchasing that home. So if somebody's giving you 0 earnest money, you can take from that what you will as far as how earnest their intention is to purchase your home. As far as what the earnest money deposit should be, that completely varies. In looking at on-market purchases, the most common earnest money amounts that I see are going to be 1% or 2% of the purchase price. And then last but not least on this page, you can see at the bottom there, I circled the part that says the buyer is going to pay in cash or by certified check. So this person is saying that they're going to purchase this home cash. They're not getting a loan. So if it were me, and somebody was sending me an offer for $215,500 on my home, and they were saying they were going to pay in cash, I would ask that person to prove to me that they have access to at least that amount of money. So looking further down the contract here, you can see the highlighted section here for the close date. This person did not populate the close date field, which is something that's going to be required. And that also gives me pause as to whether or not this person really understands how to put an offer together, how to put a contract together. It just, in my personal opinion, makes the entire thing look really shoddy. And then further down in that section, you can see where I circled the verbiage occur within Washington. So it looks like what this person did is they just did a Google search for real estate contract, and they printed out a template for the state of Washington and submitted it to try and purchase a home in the state of Georgia. Now, as far as the legality of that, I cannot speak to that. I can just say that just like not having the close date, it is yet another thing that, in my personal opinion, gives me pause as to whether or not this person has any idea what they're doing. So looking at this next section here, more verbiage specific to the state of Washington. And then if you look at the bottom, underneath the section titled Breach of Contract and Default, you can see at the end there that it says, seller's sole remedy shall be to retain buyer's deposit as liquidated damages. And if you remember, this person's deposit was exactly $0. So according to what I'm seeing in this contract, they're saying that the seller's sole remedy for a breach of contract will be to retain the buyer's deposit. Well, the buyer's deposit is $0. And on this page, there are a couple things that make it pretty clear that this person is trying to wholesale the property. They're not an actual buyer for it. So the section there that says seller authorizes buyer to market property during escrow. So basically what this person would do is they would get this property under contract. So they have a binding contract on it. They would then go out to their network of people and market it as available for purchase at a higher price. And then, like we said before, they would keep the difference between that higher price and then what they've gotten the home under contract at. And then right there at the bottom, this contract is fully assignable. And this is the last part I'm going to go through here. I noted this specific section here about the inspections. So typically when somebody is purchasing a home on market, they'll ask for a due diligence period. They want to be able to carry out whatever home inspections that they need to do their due diligence and make sure they know what they're getting into. On the contracts we use, the due diligence period is a specified number of days. I didn't see anything like that anywhere on this contract, so I don't know if their inspection period, due diligence period, whatever you want to call it, would be a specific number of days, or it would be anytime they wanted to get it. So my main concern in looking at this verbiage here would be, is this due diligence or inspection period a defined number of days, or can they do these inspections anytime we're under contract? And also, does this give them the ability to terminate the contract really for any reason and just say, yeah, I got a bad inspection, or yeah, I wasn't happy with the inspection? I don't know. It's something I would definitely take note of. And like I said, this is an actual contract that was presented to me to purchase a home that I had listed in the MLS. And there is no shortage of templates out there that anybody can do a Google search for and find and write up and submit to somebody as if they want to purchase a home. And especially if you're looking to sell your home off market without an agent, you have no idea what types of documents are going to be put in front of you. Anybody can do a quick Google search for real estate documents in a specific state and find any number of templates that they can download, print out, fill out, and submit to you. There are few things that bother me more than people being taken advantage of, especially when it comes to their home. Real estate is how many people build generational wealth. And it's a shame to see somebody who's paid into their home's equity for years or decades not fully realize the return on that investment because they were taken advantage of by somebody they thought they could trust. Don't let that happen to you or somebody you know. Hire a professional like the Murphy Group. We'd love to talk with you about the home selling process and your home's likely market value. So please contact us by phone or email if there's ever anything we can do for you or somebody you know. Thanks.